Hey YouTube, it's Marquita and I'm here to give you guys a really quick update. If you follow me on Facebook, then you may have noticed that I posted a status a couple hours ago about a doctor's appointment, and that's what this video is about. I'm going to try to make it as really quick as possible because I have so much other stuff that I need to be doing and I don't want to dwell on this issue because it's stressing me out enough. So anyway, as you can see from the title, alopecia question mark. So about a week ago, I noticed while just looking through my hair and greasing my scalp that I noticed that there was a small patch of hair that was gone. Um, and it kind of put me off. So I went to the mirror and I looked and I noticed a bald spot about this big in my hair. It freaks me out because number one, I have locks and they're very, evenly parted, and they haven't been groomed in a while. So I knew that there shouldn't be like any really big parts, and I knew that I hadn't lost the lock in the particular place that I was looking. So, I just kind of rubbed it and I was just like, it feels really weird. Like there's no hair there whatsoever. So, I talked to Krista about it, and I tend to sometimes be a bit of a hypochondriac. It comes along with my anxiety disorder. Um, so I just like didn't really, I tried not to think about it, but I just kept feeling in the spot, and I noticed that there was like a little bit of like a burning sensation and a little bit of itching around the spot, and I'll show you guys the spot in just a second. So over the weekend I noticed that the lock that was closest to the bald spot there was like little pieces of hair, and it looked like the lock was kind of just hanging on. So I lifted up the lock and there is no hair underneath the lock, and that completely freaked me out. I also noticed that there was another spot on the other side of my head. So I said, that's it. I'm calling my dermatologist. My dermatologist that I use on standby was not available until December. So I called my primary care physician and was able to get into an appointment today. And I went to the appointment and she has come to the conclusion that it is possibly alopecia areata, I think it's pronounced. I'm not 100% sure how it's pronounced. Um, because of the fact that the bald spots are smooth, there's no hair follicles there whatsoever. And because of the spot where the lock is, there's no hair underneath the lock whatsoever. So it's basically just holding on by the little strands of hair that are around the lock, but there's no hair under the lock, which means 9 times out of 10, I'm going to actually lose this lock, and it's driving me insane. So anyway, the next step is for me to go to a dermatologist to confirm or deny that diagnosis from my primary care physician. And then once that happens, then we will move forward. Being of the fact that this is happening in the front of my head, it's really stressing me out because I don't want to wear a wig, but if I have to, then I'm going to have to. Clearly, I can't get I can't get weave put in or any of those other things. Those are the drawbacks when you have dreadlocks. And for anyone who might comment and say, oh, it could be traction alopecia or hair thinning from your locks, it's not that. I maintain my locks once every 6 to 8 weeks, maybe. I haven't, and I don't do a lot of twisting of them. I just interlock them, and I don't interlock them really close to the scalp, so I know that it's not that. And I've had my locks for a while now, and it's only in two concentrated areas. It's nowhere else in my hair. So let me show you guys the spots really quickly. So the first spot is right here. See this spot, this big spot right here. There's no hair all in this area. And it might not seem like it's a really big deal to some people, but it's a really big deal to me. So in this spot, and then this is the lock that I'm going to, this lock right here is the lock that I'm going to end up losing right here in the front, because there's no hair underneath that lock. And then the same thing is going on this side. It's a little bit more difficult to see, but the hair is falling out on the sides and in the back. So for those of you new mommies, this could potentially be from the pregnancy. So for those of you who are pregnant or have recently given birth, make sure that you keep an eye on your hair loss. You do lose hair regardless when you have a baby, because you get, all that full hair and it's gonna fall out. But keep an eye on it. If you're getting clumps of hair that are falling out, if you're getting bald spots, please keep an eye on it and check in with your doctor. Even if it might seem like it's a little bit kind of hypochondriac feeling, I'm happy that I decided to go to the doctor because you know, I could start really losing large amounts of hair. And yeah. So I don't know if it's induced by stress. I've been under a lot of stress with going to school, having a new baby, and you know, just day to day life stuff. So I don't know if it's that, or if it's from the pregnancy, or if it's just its own random occurrence as to why I'm losing my hair. And I am losing my hair, but I will keep you guys updated as to what's going on with my possible alopecia. The silver lining and everything is that every time I go to the doctor, I have to get on the scale. And when I got on the scale today, I am 25 pounds under my pre pregnancy weight. So that means I've lost all of my baby weight plus an additional 25 pounds. So that is the silver lining for me today. And I'm, you know, it's a little bit of a consolation. Not very much when you're losing your hair and you have locks. It's different if I had other hair. Luckily, I have enough locks in the front, I think, to cover it up if it does fall all the way out. And then I will definitely look into getting lock extensions when the hair grows back. I have Jamaican black castor oil that just came in the mail today. I ordered it Amazon Prime when I started losing my hair, so I'm going to start putting a lot of Jamaican black castor oil in my hair, and hopefully that will get the hair to growing again. I'm also going to get some biotin supplements um, while I'm waiting on this dermatologist consult. So that's a quick update, and you guys will see that I'm in completely different clothes than I am in all my other videos. I recorded a whole bunch of videos at one time, and I plan to slow release them. So since I'm doing kind of medically updates, I think that today I will upload the surgery update as well, so you guys can just know all of the things that I'm stressing about at one time. So anyway, thanks you guys so much for watching. I appreciate any of the support, or if any of you have experienced alopecia areata, I'm not 100% sure, I'm completely butchering the name of that, but anybody has had any experience with alopecia and you've had some methods that have been able to get your hair to grow back, please leave them in the comment section below. I really need some help. Any kind of kind words, anything, greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.